Any hardest moments? Carrying 60-pound bags, 10 miles, 2,000 vert in one day. That's pretty tough.
Me and Ben are both beyond tired. We've been at this for, just over 11 hours. This is my friend Ben, and he's about to ski this couloir with a 50-pound pack. This pack carries everything we need for a fully self-supported 7-day traverse across Montana's tallest mountain range. Oh my goodness! Face shots? What? Oh shit!
We've been in the mountains for a long time.
It's a tough situation. It's very scary. It's a lot of effort, but it would be so sick. The only question now is whether we have what it takes to hike 46 miles with 50-pound packs and find the energy to ski. This is Roadside Attractions, Episode 2. Lighter?
Yep.
Jet oil?
Yep.
Jet oil. Fuel?
Yep.
How much do you have? This episode is really special to me. I've been planning out this trip for the past 2 or 3 years, and we finally got a weather window where it could happen, and we made it work. Not everything went to plan, but that's how it goes. And so I'm really stoked to share this story with you guys. We're committed. Our closest vehicle is 30 miles away and 7 days away. We just got dropped off here, and we are fully self-supported until we make it across Montana's tallest mountain range and get to a stashed car here. Our goal for day 1 is to start off strong and get 10.5 miles out of the way. We never could have realized just how brutal of a decision that was going to be. Okay, that is our 1 mile mark.
Nice. That was better than I expected.
Packs are heavy. Packs are very heavy. But we're making it. The trudge. I'm gonna keep day 1 relatively short for you guys, as it was just a lot of brutal walking. But one really special part about day 1 was following the beaten path. The beaten path is a popular summer route that takes you 26 miles from Cook City, Montana to East Rosebud. For Ben and myself, the beaten path resembles one of our first big outdoor trips that we went on. That's part of the reason that I wanted to reroute this and find a way to do it in the winter, because that's always been a special childhood memory, and I wanted to be able to recreate a little bit of that and see some of the spots in the winter. Looking back at photos, I was like, oh, that waterfall is the same as this waterfall, and it was really cool. We are 7 and a bit miles in, and we have 2.5 to go. We're probably gonna get to camp either at sunset or a little bit after, so that's a bit of a bummer. It's getting dark. We have our headlamps on, and we're like exhausted at this point. Like, everything's funny. I think I cried a little bit. Like, we're emotional. We're just so tired. Day 1 has become an absolute sufferfest. Me and Ben are both beyond tired, and we have one more hill to climb. Intense. Really, really intense. Between us and our destination is this last climb, and we're just looking at this wall of ice, and it's like, oh my goodness, I do not have that in me right now. That was a very hopeless feeling moment. I didn't know how I was gonna make it. I knew that I would probably make it. I didn't know how though. I bust out some candy out of the pack, share some candy with Ben, and we're like, here we go. Turn on some music and power through. It is currently just about to turn 11. We've been at this for just over 11 hours. We just got to the top of the last saddle, and the northern lights are popping off. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. Day 2, we survived. We were out here at Fossil Lake. Last night was crazy. Got to camp at like, I don't know, 11 or so, and the northern lights are going crazy. It was pretty sick. Oh, we were so tired we just like cowboy camped. So we got sleeping pads, sleeping bag. We were just out here. And there's no wind up here for some reason. Not really sure what's up with that, but it was really convenient. We can't even imagine putting our backpacks back on. But we get up and we figure out how to do it. We eat some breakfast and we set off to get to our next campsite. We had 5 more miles and 2,000 more vertical feet of climb. This trip starts off just so brutal. And that's partially on purpose. We're like just trying to push as hard as we can so that the rest of the trip we can do little smaller days and enjoy our skiing. Are you ready?
As you'll ever be.
The big thing I remember from day 2 is we're finally just in this open terrain. It's just snow, no trees as far as you can see, just rocky snow, and you just feel so small. Like, I'm like, okay, Ben, we just need to get to the top of that hill. It'll take like 10 minutes. And then we're walking for like an hour. Everything was so big, and it was really cool to feel so insignificant. I enjoyed it. And then we finally get to our lake where we're gonna camp on. We're camping in the middle of this lake. We're up at like 11,000 feet, I think, at this point. We have arrived at our destination. I need to get these skis off of my feet. We just immediately set down our packs. I switch into some comfortable clothes. Start boiling some water so that we can eat something. The way that we get water out in these environments is largely through melting snow. Although melting snow uses up a lot of our propane, and if we run out, then we're in trouble because a lot of our food needs boiled water. And so we sleep on or next to a lake, and we're able to dig this little hole that's not very deep. Sometimes it's only a foot, sometimes it's 2 feet, usually not much deeper than that. Once you dig a little bit into where a lake is, then you get this really slushy snow, and that is a lot more efficient use of your propane. And so that's how we get water. We just dig up snow, find the slush if we can, put it in the jet boil, and boil it up. Day 3. It's very bright. Today's the first day we're not making any actual progress. Just hanging out, doing some mini golf, and that'll be really nice. Day 3 is finally a rest day. I wake up and I'm like stoked. I'm like, I've been waiting this whole trip. I've been hiking all this time just so that I can finally ski something. Okay, I just got camp all kind of packed up so nothing will blow away. And we're gonna try to go summit that guy. Pretty crazy how much easier this feels. We'll be at the top in no time. Whoa, here we are. Wow. Made it. Done. We eventually get up to the top and we get our first service for the trip. I look at Ben and I'm like, I think it's Mother's Day today.
Hey, happy Mother's Day from 11,300 vert.
Figured I'd call you and say Happy Mother's Day. Trip is going good. We're on track for where we're supposed to be. Hope you have a good day. They didn't think they would hear from us for the next couple days, and so it was fun to surprise them with a phone call. We're at 11,400. That's pretty high. There's basically no more oxygen up here. That guy right there, that is Granite Peak. That is the tallest mountain in Montana. The reason we kind of set base camp up here is we're trying to figure out how to climb it. It is very rarely climbed in the winter. You can see for a long ways up here. That over there is Wyoming. Right there. Pretty sick. I like how we got the two different ways of skiing. There's like turn, 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 single turn, go. In the middle of day 3, I start to notice that I'm getting pretty sunburnt. The sun is fully exposed in the sky. It's bluebird days. And then we're just on a white canvas of snow. And so all this sun is coming from the sky. It's hitting the snow and bouncing back and hitting my face. I'm kind of brainstorming, and I remember that a lot of glacier glasses have this like nose protector. And I'm like, well, I don't really have one of those, but I do have duct tape. New gear upgrade. My nose is burning really bad, so we got some duct tape protecting. Probably looks goofy, but it's working. My first iteration wasn't perfect, but it does get better and better throughout the trip, and I think it saved a lot of pain. We're stuck in a dilemma. The dream of this trip would be Summit Granite in the winter. It's like a very rarely done thing. It'd be pretty epic. Tallest peak in Montana, and we're right here. We're looking at it. Right there. It felt like we were so close to it. That it just felt like a really good option. And then the other option was to go to our next campsite and skip out on Granite, which would be a bummer, but it would make the rest of our trip easier. I climbed onto this saddle where I got service earlier in the day to do some research about Granite and climbing. We're watching a YouTube video of somebody climbing the crux of Granite Peak. There's definitely some gnarly climbs, but our conclusion right now is that we are capable of doing it. Just whether or not it's worth the risk. It's very scary, it's a lot of effort, but it would be so sick. We have alas come to a conclusion. It was a tough decision. I think we are not going to climb Granite tomorrow. I think it is too sketch. Like a 5.6 or 5.7 climb based off of the video. And we're in ski boots. That was kind of the final thing for me. To have that crux at the very end, we would be way too incentivized to push ourselves on that crux and get ourselves into danger. I wanted to protect us from ourselves in a lot of ways and just not put us into that situation where we'd push ourselves too far. Good night. Day 4. Today we're packing up our base camp, or our second camp, and heading to our third base camp. I think we'll actually get some skiing in with the packs, which will be interesting. Because we didn't ski Granite, day 4 is all about packing up camp, putting our 50-pound packs back on, and figuring out how on earth to get to our next campsite. We've got the packs back on, and we are heading for campsite number 3 for the trip. Gotta go all the way to the end of this valley, and then keep going even further. The really brutal part about day 4 is we get on top of this saddle and we have to ski down. We probably lose 1,000 feet of vert almost. and then we have to reclimb all of that. And now it's snowing. Oh yeah. We're tiny in this massive landscape and everything feels like we're not moving anywhere. Oh, it's been 10 minutes and I haven't moved at all. Ugh, it hurts. Eventually though, we do get on top of our climb and we're actually at 12,000 feet at this point. Welcome to 12,000. 12,000. I think we're gonna rip skins. Switch to skiing mode and ski to our campsite. And we're ripping up, we're skiing down the meadow, skiing down the plateau, and it's just beautiful skiing. We ski down and then we get to this huge couloir, the biggest couloir I've ever seen. Wow, this is sick. They were tough turns. They were hard fought turns. You turn and then the weight kind of shifts and it kind of throws you in a weird way, and it's just, everything is just so hard. We are home sweet home. We set up camp and this is our final campsite for the trip. We're gonna be here for the next couple days and try to make the most of it. Got camp all set up, ate dinner, heading to bed. Super excited to check out this zone. We got couloirs all along all these walls. Got a couple little cool things over here. So sick. Hopefully we sleep pretty good. Day 5, we're tired. We're really tired at this point. We're feeling it. But I'm out in this beautiful area and I just want to ski. I'm not gonna let my tiredness not let me ski. Day 5, we are at the same base camp for 3 nights. And so the only objective is ski as many lines as possible. It's just how much energy do I have? We also got 1 to 2 inches of snow last night. It's a little warm, so it's clumping up the skins, unfortunately. Yeah, that adds quite a bit of effort. And now it is time to drop in. It was fun to get out on my little mission and boot pack a couloir and actually ski. And it was fun. I had a good time, but it wasn't like beautiful skiing. As we sit and enjoy lunch, this is the perfect time to explain just how we're finding all of these lines that we're skiing. All of our planning for this trip was done on 3D maps. Right now, you're looking at onX Backcountry. onX enabled us to get a much better look at these lines that we're planning on skiing before we even set out on this trip. We're able to look at these lines from multiple different viewpoints. We can check their slope aspect as well as slope angle, and we were able to map out different climbing routes to figure out which one was best. For example, that line that I skied earlier today was south-southwest facing. So now as I look for lines tomorrow, I'll keep in mind that south-facing lines are icy, and so I'll be much more inclined towards these purple, blue, north-northwest facing lines. Another huge part for this trip was the ability to download these areas we were in and reference everything even while we were all the way out here. This ability allowed us to plan new ideas as the trip goes on. All that being said, we didn't exactly need our 3D map for this next line because it was staring us down from camp.
I'm gonna go slow.
Yeah. This is steep.
Oh yeah.
That's about it for day 5. We were really tired at this point. We didn't have much in us, and we were just trying to recover so that we could go hard on day 6. Tomorrow, I'll be much more rested up than I was today, and we can start to explore the amphitheater. We got a couloir over here that looks sick, one in here that looks sick, and then kind of on this wall over here, there's 2 over there. I'm hoping to get 3. That's the goal. Day 6. Last day in the mountains. Tomorrow we head back to the car. Pretty crazy. Today though, we're gonna do a lot of skiing. Should be pretty sweet. We were camping at the bottom of this amphitheater. I've been looking at it, I've been taking scouting images, I've been trying to look at this zone ever since I've been mapping this idea out. Me and Ben set out from camp. We're touring up through this huge bowl. The bottom of the amphitheater is so big. We finally find a couloir that looks good to boot pack. And so we set our boot pack up and it is looking good. It's feeling good. There's a little fresh snow. It's feeling nice and soft. It's feeling stable. And everything is just lining up. It's feeling amazing. It's like, oh, this trip is paying off. And I'm only boot packing right now. And it's, oh man, I'm having a good time. We get to the top and I get to drop first. It's my drop first. It was so much fun. That couloir was the best couloir I had skied that whole trip. Oh my goodness, face shots? What? At the bottom third, I got a face shot. Snow hit my face and I was like, whoa. I was so stoked that I got a little distracted and I actually let a tip catch and I like went over and crashed. I was too excited about the face shot. It is really good. Yes, you are good to go. Enjoy. That was so good. For what? It's May? Insane. We get to the bottom, we're transitioning because I'm just gonna boot pack up that same couloir and then go ski a different one from the ridge. And so as we're transitioning, Ben drops his ski and it just takes off down the mountain, launches off this wind lip. It's probably like 100 feet in the air, plummets down. We can't see where it lands.
Yeah, there's no need for you to come down here. Okay, so here's the dilemma. I lost my ski up there, came down, you see the tracks. Perfect ramp, took off, it flew. I have no idea where. Now it's down there. I hope it didn't hit a rock. I hope it's okay. I'm gonna go ski down this with one ski. Here we go. Go from there. I don't know, I don't see it. There it is. I have eyes on. Oh, it looks okay. Yeah. Good boy. Hell yeah. She's okay. Dude, the takeoff is so far above me. Took off from right there. Okay, I'm gonna skin up and come to you.
That was scary because if the ski broke on some rocks, that would have been a very sad climb down from like, we were 4,000 vert above the car or something. Wouldn't have been able to ski any of that. Been a sad day if my ski broke, but it didn't.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Go. Okay, I'm coming your way. We get to the bottom of couloir number 2, and I look at Ben and I'm like, I'm gonna ski one more couloir. And he looks at me like I'm crazy. He's like, no way, I don't got that in me. I'm skiing back to camp. Enjoy. Yep. See you at camp.
At camp. I'm crazy for this.
Oh yeah. I'm back.
Just in time for some hot agua.
Nice. Get back to camp, and kind of it all settles in that this is our last night in the mountains. It was an exciting moment because we've made it. We did this trek that we didn't know if it was possible, but it was also kind of a sad moment because it's the end of the trip, and it's been a really amazing trip. Day 7. Time to pack up camp and head out of here. Pretty crazy. We've been in the mountains for a long time. Was this trip worth it? As always, I would say yes. Like I was mentioning, I've put in 2 or 3 years of planning into this trip, and just to be able to be out there and like look at these zones that I've been looking at on a 3D map for so long was really special.
There's a lot of type 2 fun. There's a lot of hard weather, but it's worth it.
And I would absolutely do it again. I really hope that after you watch this ski film that you won't just look at us as another group of professional skiers that are doing things that are unattainable to the average human. I'm an average human. I'm just trying to make things work. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I just so happen to like walking a long ways. And everybody has their own thing that they like. I really hope that you can take some piece of this film that you connected to and maybe bring it a little bit more into your life. And maybe that looks like pitching a tent in your backyard, or maybe taking your kids on a hiking trip, or maybe taking your kids camping. Whatever that looks like for you, I hope that you can come off of this ski film and not just look at us as a group of people doing things that you could never do, but rather try to figure out how to fit some piece of this into your life. Oh my goodness. We made it. Somehow, some way. Ah, somebody left us a note.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. Holy guacamole.
Ah, I want some guacamole.
I just did the math on mileage, and we ended off at 46.5 miles for the whole trip, which is a lot of miles. Pretty gnarly. I'm good. Oh, here we go. My nose is burning really bad, so we got some duct tape protecting.
It is very tiring. I'm just gonna pop over into a protected spot and take a break. You wanna come down?
You got to chill in bed all day and then ski a circular. I got 2 laps in and a big nap in the middle. Last time we'll see Granite for the trip. Wait, let me pause the music. Copyright strike.
Oh no.
I wish I had this on video, but it flew from here. It kind of rounded this corner because there's a cornice, and then it launched off of this. It was probably like, that ski was probably at least 80 feet off the ground at one point.